Banning in-state tuition for illegal aliens. It's October 23rd, 2025, and these are your headlines. I'm Sydney Henry, filling in for Brandon Waltons, who's on vacation. The Texas Higher Education Coordinating Board has officially approved new rules banning in-state tuition for individuals who are not lawfully present in the U.S. at all Texas public colleges and universities. All applicants for resident tuition must provide proof of lawful presence as defined by federal law. The updated policy was prompted by a June 2025 federal consent agreement in which Texas agreed to end preferential tuition rates for illegal aliens after a court order struck down the state's 24-year-old Texas DREAM Act. The new rules clarify that DACA recipients are not considered lawfully present and therefore are ineligible for in-state tuition, bringing Texas residency requirements into compliance with federal law and recent court decisions. Each public college must now appoint an official to determine residency, maintain documentation, and notify eligible students regarding steps to apply for permanent resident status. Students who are improperly granted in-state tuition must repay the difference within 30 days of notification if it's determined they concealed or misstated information that impacted their residency status. Until the balance is cleared, institutions may hold transcripts, diplomas, or certificates for the affected semesters. The change, approved unanimously by the board, marks the formal end of in-state tuition benefits for illegal alien students across Texas public higher education. In other higher education news, a new set of national college rankings released by City Journal puts the University of Texas at Austin in second place and Texas A&M University fourth among 100 institutions reviewed. City Journal's rankings evaluate schools on 68 distinct factors grouped into 4 categories: outcomes, student experience, leadership quality, and educational experience. UT Austin scored especially high for leadership, earning praise for resisting campus politicization, maintaining a commitment to meritocracy, and offering a strong academic experience. Texas A&M performed well on student outcomes and experience, receiving high marks for value added to education and for student political tolerance. Both universities benefited from Texas's 2023 ban on diversity, equity, and inclusion offices, with City Journal noting that UT is now largely unburdened by DEI bureaucracy, and Texas A&M's DEI presence is much diminished. However, the report highlighted recent scrutiny from state leaders over A&M's compliance with eliminating all DEI programs. Faculty politics drew comment as well, with most campaign contributions from Texas A&M faculty going to liberal causes and few engaging in organizations supporting free inquiry. Still, City Journal applauded positive steps like the founding of UT Austin School of Civic Leadership, aimed at grounding students in Western tradition and American constitutional values. Baylor and Rice also made the top 100, while the newly founded University of Austin was recognized for its non-ideological approach. City Journal says these rankings offer students new insight into how well universities foster merit, intellectual freedom, and true academic excellence.
But every day I run into something that I'm dealing with the county judge.
Judge Bray recused himself, but as we'll soon see, he couldn't resist reinserting himself into the process.
Signing notices, setting deadlines, accepting candidate applications, rejecting candidate applications. The dispute that ensued thereafter was centered on whether or not Judge Bray had the authority to do those things or should have been doing those things.
Kicking the Circle, Texas Scorecard's latest documentary, will be available on October 28th at texasscorecard.com. Taylor Renee Parker, sentenced to death in 2022 for one of Texas's most disturbing murders, is now appealing her conviction. Parker was found guilty of brutally killing 21-year-old Reagan Hancock and cutting her unborn daughter Braxlyn from her womb in New Boston in 2020. Prosecutors said she faked a pregnancy to keep her boyfriend from leaving her, then attacked Hancock and tried to pass off the stolen child as her own. Both mother and baby died. Her appeal was heard by the Texas Court of Criminal Appeals last month. Her attorney argued that the jury was unfairly influenced by evidence about Parker's appearance and personal life, what she called gender-based character assassination. Jurors heard extensive testimony about Parker's weight loss surgery and alleged affairs, which the defense says was used to humiliate her rather than prove motive. Prosecutors countered that the testimony was relevant to context, showing how Parker's obsession with pleasing her boyfriend ultimately led to murder. Judges appeared receptive, linking her behavior and motives directly to the crime. The defense pointed to a recent Supreme Court case overturning another death penalty sentence for using prejudicial evidence about appearance and sexual conduct, but it's unclear whether that argument will succeed in this case. For now, Parker remains on death row in Gatesville while the state's highest criminal court decides whether her conviction and the evidence behind it should stand. For more of today's stories, go to texasscorecard.com.